Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will go to work first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Pulls it in. It's Kelly. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Spartans line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So the USC Trojans offense will go to work for the first time. They'll try the run. On the move at the 30. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Mayava. This time he's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Got it in the middle, it's Lemon. Oh, he's got some space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
That's caught. It's Lane. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll go to the ground. Creates a little room. Found a seam on the left. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Spartans just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Belling. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Childs. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Kick is in the air. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the ground with the back. There he goes! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Quickly complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. They stop him just a league or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. The Trojans come to the line needing just inches for the first down. the RPO. Quick throw to the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans are on the move. He leaves it with his back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Caught over the middle, it's Lemon. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Trojans looking to convert on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. Runs it all the way down to the 8-yard. Before he's forced out of bounds, it'll be first and goal. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run it on first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Touchdown, Trojans! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they've just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up last year, but take a look at this year's schedule. A lot of those same teams, they're right there again. They're going to get another crack at them. They've got to be better in the trenches this season if they want to win a Big Ten championship.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. The Spartans can really attack on this second and short. The give to the tailback. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Handoff to the single running back. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the 1st down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Pulls and fires complete. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The sure hands, it's Lemon. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Mayava. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Strachan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Trojans want to move quickly. They just keep firing. He's got an open man. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, USC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Back to throw, it's Childs. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Belly. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Belly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Still looking on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Give to the back. Quick step and go. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quick completion on the out route. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Lane. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Run in the red zone. It's Jordan. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Trying to set up the screen. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Jordan. Still running at the 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Strachan. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. To throw, it's Mayava. Makes the grab. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Trojans are rolling down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown Spartans. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry up. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Trojans light it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets hyped. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Back to throw, it's Childs. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Spartans headed quickly to the line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard in this offense.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Looking down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Gonna look downfield again. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the air, it's Childs. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The give as they work on that clock. Makes it past the marker. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up by 38 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle, it's Bullard. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Dropping back, it's Childs. Finds his man, it's Belling. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Belling. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Belling. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play and a first down just outside the red zone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one It's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.
Good point.